Hi, this is Sonia with Archie Solutions, and I'm getting ready to start on my very last prompt for the Dephemerember challenge, which is hosted by Luise and Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. And the last one is me and my crush. So my artistic crush would probably be Tim Holtz, or not necessarily the man, but he's cool too, but his line of products and things. Because pretty much everything that I make, I always use at least some. I ink my stuff. I'm constantly using his products. So, and I love other people's products too. But my main crush is probably Tim Holtz. So I'm going to make a little layout using some of his products. So let me move my little pillow. I'm already tired just thinking of not getting to have Ephy around too much anymore, because since this is the very last prompt. So I'm going to make a layout, and I was going to use one of the papers that I had created, which I haven't even used. There's a few papers in here that I haven't used yet, but I think that I'm going to actually just make my own, and I've got two different paper lines that I'll be making it from, and I've decided I'm going to combine this pattern up against this pattern. So I'm just going to stitch them together and create my page. So I have a double-sided page like that. And the papers that I'm using are from the Memorandum paper stash and the Wallflowers paper stash. These are very old and discontinued papers, but I've been hoarding them because I love it, and I just miss it. I wish he would go back to the 12 by 12s, but anyway. So I'm going to cut this down to, let's see, I guess 8.5 by 11. Let's see what we have. Or a little bit smaller. And make sure that it's lined up right. Oh. Okay, so 8.5. Well, maybe it'll be a little bit smaller. I'm just saying 8 because it's already cut a little bit from where I used this paper from on a different project. So 8 by 8 by 11. It's a little bit smaller. Okay, and let me see. I don't know. This is probably still too big. I haven't really measured my pages. I just kind of went with the flow. Well, yeah, it's going to be too wide. I should have known that. So we're just going to take it down a notch. Or better yet, I could just actually fold it over. I think that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first, no, I'll just cut it down. I'm not going to go through all that. This is going to be like a full page. Or better yet, I'm so indecisive. I'm just going to fold it over in half. And that will be okay. Yeah, instead of cutting it. So I'm going to stitch it together. Yeah, I'm going to stitch it together, and I'm going to have to put my holes in it. And my, what do you call it? Reinforcements. And I'm just going to take some more Ranger ink, because what I've been doing is I've just taken my white ones and then just going over it with some Ranger ink. I know to me, Ranger and Tim Holtz go hand in hand. So even though mostly all this is mainly Ranger, mainly Tim Holtz, I'm still going to use a little bit of Ranger. So I'm just going to stitch going around here, and then we'll come back and I'll have these blackened, and we'll add our reinforcements in our holes. Okay, so I stitched these together, And so front and back, here you have it. So I'm going to, I'm just lining it up because I'm going to put it on these two rings instead of these two rings. So I'm just kind of lining it up to where I want it. So I'm just going to put like a dot here and a dot here. And I'm just going to take my crocodile and I think I've got it set at like 1 inch. Is that 1 inch or half inch? Half inch. Anyway, so I'm just going to put a hole right there, which is lined up near there. This is probably going to get covered up anyway, where that line is. And then same thing with where this is lined up. Punch a hole. So it's lined up in that same area. And then I'm just going to stitch going down. On each side. And then I'm going to add my black reinforcements. Matter of fact, I can just go ahead and add my reinforcements now. And I really only need to do it on, I'm only going to have one spread. So I really didn't have to put the reinforcements on both sides since the layout's only going to be on one side. I'll probably put the layout on this side because I like how it's lighter than some of the stuff that I'm going to be using with the Tim Holtz, because those have more browns in them, and this is more of a contrasting color. So I think I'm gonna stick with this side. Oh, I messed that up. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's mine. This is my journal. I'm not selling it or giving it away. I'm just that way with all its faults. It's actually okay. But I'm still going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and put these reinforcements on here. And then I'm going to stitch going down on each side. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gathered some bits and bobs that I'm probably going to use. I may or may not use them. But just in case I do, these are some die cuts. These are from, let me see. I've got a whole list of stuff sitting over here. I have this little old Scissors Alterations, Movers and Shapers. What was this called? It was like the clipboard die or something. Here's the number. It was very hard for me to even get this, but just in case, there's the UPC and the item number. And if you use this, you also need probably the Movers and Shapers tray, the base tray, because that's what you put. You put this inside of here and run it through the die instead of using your plates, your whatever they're called. If you're familiar with die cutting. So I use these two in order to get my clipboard die. And then I also use, I think this is spring greenery. What is this? A spring greenery. And I don't have the case to it anymore. But that's what those leaves are from. And then also, this little man, I think he's the original professor. He's from the Wallflowers paper stash that I'd gotten this paper from. And then these little bits and bobs are, I think these ones are from Memorandum. So I got Wallflowers. Which one is this? Maybe this is, no, this is Dapper. Yeah, this is Dapper. And then I think I got this one from, I think this is Wallflower. Yeah, this is from Wallflowers. So I've used from Wallflowers, Dapper, and Memoranda paper lines. And then We have this. I just embossed it using the 3D texture fade typewriter. I don't know if you can see. There's the number 664760. And I did some stamping, and I may or may not use these, but these come from Tim Holtz, the Professor 2 stamp set. And then there are the numbers. And then I also did a little bit of stamping from Life's Possibilities, and I don't know the number of these because some of these are super old. I think that's Life's Possibility. And then I also used, which one is this one? Ringmaster, the mustache. So we'll see, because I'm definitely going to use parts of the Professor and then some of this other stuff. And then I'm probably going to do some texture paste on here, and this is the honeycomb. Here's the number, THS005. I'll probably use that as well. And then I've got some other little bits and bobs. If I use these, I'll let you know. Well, let me just, since I've already got it out. These are the clipping stickers book, the worn wallpaper scraps, and I might use, what is this? Field notes. So I might use some of these. We'll see. And then I also have these ideology numbers. So we'll see. Alright, so I definitely want to use some of these stamped images, and some of these I'm probably just going to leave as they are. I was going to emboss them, but I'm definitely going to emboss part of the Professor, because some of his, I want to take the glasses off of him and put it on him. I might even take his hair and put it up there too. And then we'll probably take this mustache and add it down there. We're getting ready to have a little fun with this. So I'm going to fussy cut these out. But before I do fussy cut them out, actually, I am going to go ahead and emboss. I'm going to take some of this Distress Glaze, micro glaze, like I've been using in pretty much almost all of my products, my projects. So let me just go ahead and get him good. Just basically use what you have. Alright, so I'm just going to add some of this clear detail embossing powder. Now this is Ranger, but to me Ranger goes hand in hand, just like this archival ink. And that's what I use for my reinforcements. So we're just going to emboss these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went on ahead and fussy cut all these little images out, these stamped images, and I also distressed them. So what we're going to first do is we're going to soup up the Professor. Okay, so this is pretty much it. We've got our professor and mixed media and different things like that. And we've got our tag. And I went on ahead and added another one of those clipboard things to the back. And this is a journaling spot. Or the tag is a journaling spot. And you tuck something here. You could also tuck something up here. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And make sure you check out the rest of the Dephemerember participants, because there are still some who are kind of like me, who are still doing prompts, even though it's after the dates. But that's still fine, because it's still December, which is Dephemerember. So I'm going to go ahead and cross this off. And then we should have one more prompt, but I'm not sure what it's going to be about. So on the 31st is when we should find out about Ephy's prompt number 2. And so we're waiting on that second letter. So thank you guys so much for watching.